Welcome to a COH2 cast. This is not Battlefield. This is my side obsession. This is Company of Heroes 2, and this is my very first attempt at casting. We've got two of my favorite players here as U.S. Forces, my favorite 1v1 player, Mr. I'm so aggressive, I'm going to build my headquarters in your base, and you're going to like it. That's OMGPOP versus, as Ost here, half of my favorite 2v2 team, Mr. YOLO Swag, 420, Blaze It, Bale Bale, Golly Gale, Dusty. Both very well respected players. Dusty not typically known as the 1v1 player, but he's strong nonetheless. He is my mentor in the COH2 mentoring program. If I were to describe his play style, if real life was how he plays, he's the kind of guy that you tell him there's a 1 in a million chance you're going to win, and he's going to say, you know what, you're telling me there's a chance. So Mr. Positive is Dusty. Pop, on the other hand, if you described his play style like it were real life, he'd be, you'd wake up and you go into your living room and he'd be there with a bunch of his buddies, and you'd just be like, hey, I live here. And you'd be like, oh, okay, I'll move. He will bully his way into your base. He'll build his he'll just have this blob like right there, like right next to, this is the base for the Oss here, and he's gonna be just like a couple screens away, just sitting there. Pop moving in and out of buildings, both players capping their respective territories. Looks like the first engagement's gonna be these pioneers and their submachine guns versus these rear echelon. It kind of looks like they're wearing skirts. I guess it's just their coats, but any case, they're gonna duke it out here. Looks like Pop's not particularly interested in engaging. Gonna pick and choose. More interested here in this engagement for this point just outside of the base. Riflemen here in green cover. They are behind this tank, so they're gonna take less damage when they engage. Meanwhile, up top, some dancing, some squirming around. MG setting up. Here's the beginning of the pop blob. It's only 2 units, but already he's trying to keep his forces together. He's got kind of his anchor here. He's got his 2 squads. They're hunting. They're looking for people to kill. Meanwhile, he's got some rear echelons. Just they'll cap. These guys, they don't care about capping. They're focused on murder. They're out for blood. That's what OMGPOP is all about. Dusty, on the other hand, kind of spreading out, capping some territory down in the south, trying to maintain a hold of a grip on things, moving some guys in green cover, just waiting. Sniper out for Dusty. That's going to be able to take some good shots there. He's a one-hit kill on these guys. One-hit kill of the individual models, and he fires pretty quickly. So Pop's going to have to watch out, especially if he's got a bunch of weak squads rolling around. Pop's going to be able to, or rather Dusty's going to be able to pick up those weak guys pretty quickly. Flamethrower equipped on these pioneers. That means he's going to be able to burn these buildings down should he so choose. Flame burst. I like how he just runs. I don't care. I'm on fire. I don't care. No stop, drop, and roll for him.
We have a mortar team available for deployment.
Look at these guys. They're just sitting there. They're waiting, looking for opportunities. Dusty's got a good. He's got a good little grouping here, but he's splitting some of them off. We'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, Pop, he's got his lieutenant out. He's got a lieutenant out. Lieutenant's gonna give him access to things like this M20, this light vehicle that he just built, as well as some AA half track. Some different things. He's got some different options at his disposal. Meanwhile, Dusty's decided to build a mortar to give him some indirect fire support. Look at these 3 squads. They're just sitting. He's waiting for that M20. He wants to engage only when he knows that he's going to be able to win. It's almost like the real military engages. If it's not 5 to 1, it's not 3 to 1. I think for some branches, if it's not 5 to 1, they don't even bother. They just. That's kind of what we're seeing with Pop. Panzerfaust from these Grenadiers is going to disable the engine on that M20, but not before picking up that flamethrower squad. Almost picks up that retreating MG.
motion.
Sniper slowly whittling away these squads.
Giving us some trouble here.
This M20 is just going to be able to bully his way. He might be able to get some lucky shots, pick up some hits on that sniper, but that's a difficult thing to micro sometimes when you got a lot of different side engagement. Look at this weak squad here. Look how Pop just aggressively keeps it around. He wants to save that squad to be able to cap. He's got this 3-man squad here set to cap. He's got the trifecta. Meanwhile, these guys in the building, only one window faces here, so he actually can potentially win that engagement. But he's got to be careful about that mortar. That mortar could easily wipe both of these weak squads, and it fires quite quickly, so especially when they're clumped together. One lucky hit, and that about beat GG. But Pop decides to retreat that squad. Dusty maintaining that building control, but he doesn't really have anything on the way. His sniper and these other grenadiers, they're rolling around. He's finally forced out. Meanwhile, Pop, slowly but surely, these wounded squads, these rear echelons have slowly capped out the rest of the territory. So he's managed to cap territory and bully away any forces that Dusty has. Dusty's got a chance though, right, Dusty? This is a recording session, so Dusty knows what happens, but Dusty's got a chance. Who can do it? Dusty can do it. That MG42 and that sniper, that MG42 is going to be able to suppress these guys, make them crawl around like a bunch of idiots. Uh-oh. Sniper's got to be careful with that M20. Instantly retreats. That M20 could follow that sniper, could wipe that sniper. Decides not to, interestingly. I guess he's concerned about a Panzerfaust, maybe his timing. His spidey sense suggests that maybe there's an MT gun in production, but there's not. MG42 gets wiped. Man, things are looking rough for Dusty. 222 in production. That's a light vehicle with a cannon that could easily deal with that. Wounded, doesn't need to. Gets a Panzerfaust out. Clears it, but meanwhile, Dusty's down to, he's got a sniper that's wounded. He doesn't have access to any kind of healing quite just yet, so he's forced to engage with that. And he's got these grenadiers here. Never a good idea to let your equipment, let that MG42 get stolen. Probably, he's almost a certain he won't be able to get stolen off on this, but he's gonna try. Meanwhile, Pop, look at these wounded squads. Didn't even bother reinforcing. I mean, you could fart on that guy. Instant retreat. Dusty's gonna YOLO his way. He's gonna charge. Try and pick these squads up. I don't think he knows that there's that squad with a sliver of health. Yes, he does. Ooh, both squads with a sliver of health. He's gonna dive in there. This could be a major change to the battle. This could be huge. Oh, vet rifleman. These vet riflemen have access to an AT grenade. He's gonna do a 180. Uh-oh. These guys flanking around the side could sandwich him quite easily. Plus, he's got an AA, mobile AA in production that can shred through this light vehicle here. He probably didn't even need to worry about it. Yeah, of course, Dusty doesn't think it's GG. Dusty needs to be wiped out quickly. He's like, I've got manpower. I've got an AT gun. You take this AT gun, I'm going to poop on this. So he's got a chance, even though he's only got one grenadier squad. Come on, Dusty, you can do it. Nope. All right. GG for Dusty. 9 minutes 30 seconds. Let's see what happens in game 2.
Ba bam bam ba dam bam.